Hey Beanie, I'm Kelsey of Smoke and Black Cosmetic Tattoo. You're here because you've booked a brow appointment with me. I want the appointment to go as smoothly as possible and to ease any anxiety before you even walk through the door. I'm going to explain everything that you should know before your appointment and how your appointment is going to go. It's very important to me that we are on the same page with everything so that there are no surprises and that you know exactly what to expect out of your appointment. First thing I want you to be clear on that this is a tattoo. It is different from body art tattoos, but it is still considered a tattoo. We are putting ink permanently into the skin. Being that it is a tattoo, for very few people, there might be a very small amount of pain involved. But to be completely honest, most of my clients end up sleeping through the procedure. It's just very relaxing and very non-invasive. I also use numbing to keep you very comfortable throughout the procedure. And honestly, the more comfortable that you are, the better job I can do. So it's very important to me that you are feeling super comfortable and very relaxed. Please know that at any time during your appointment, you can ask for a pee break, a water break. You can have a stretch, anything that you need to make yourself more comfortable and to stay comfortable the entire time. Let me know. There is no need to rush this. This appointment is about you and your comfort. So please ask me for anything that you might need. Every client that comes through the door is nervous but excited, and this is all totally normal to feel. This is a permanent procedure on your face, and brows are the most important aspect of your face. So know that you've gone through my work, that you know that I can produce what you're looking for, and be ready to put your trust into me so that I can create the best brows for your face possible. If you normally wear brow makeup every single day, feel free to come to your appointment wearing your brows the way you normally would fill them in. This can give me a good idea of maybe what you're looking for or what we want to adjust or how I can improve your look. So we can discuss all of this and decide all of this at the appointment. If you don't wear brow makeup at all, that's totally fine too. Regardless, I'm going to remove the brow makeup if you come wearing it, and I'm going to do a pre-drawing on you. This pre-drawing is totally changeable, okay? I'm going to do what I think fits your brow structure, your hair structure that is currently there, if you have any, and I'm going to do everything possible to make it very, very flattering on your face. Then I'm going to sit you up. You can tell me what you like and what you don't like about it, and we can adjust until you feel super comfortable going forward with the tattooing. There are a couple things you should know beforehand about the pre-drawing process. So I use a black pencil to draw in either the hair strokes or the powdered eyebrow to get the shape and size dialed in. This may look really scary on you if you have light eyebrows. So do not be alarmed. This is only for us to get that perfect shape and size for you. They're also going to appear thicker with the pencil. So if you're feeling like the pencil is way too thick, yes, we will adjust. But if it's just a little bit too thick, that's going to be okay because the tattoo will come out a little bit thinner. It will be within those guidelines of the shaping that we've created with the pencil. As far as symmetry goes, I actually look for balance. Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. Because our faces are not symmetrical, our eyebrows are not going to be symmetrical. So I genuinely look for balance rather than symmetry. In some faces, the eyebrows are actually totally different, but as long as you're looking at them straight on, they look balanced. That's what matters. And it honestly can correct facial asymmetries in such incredible ways by having balance of the eyebrows. Lots of times, one eye will be closer to the nose bridge than the other, and lots of times you'll have one face muscle that pulls higher than the other. This we're going to account for and look at, but ultimately they're not going to be totally symmetrical eyebrows, even though I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure they're completely balanced for you. As far as brow hair removal goes, I recommend leaving them grow naturally for as long as possible before your appointment, just so that I can see where the natural growth wants to happen or is happening. And then once we've dialed in your new shape and size for the tattoo, I can go in and clean up all those stray hairs outside of the design for you. getting waxing or threading done, I wouldn't recommend you do that within the week before your appointment just because it can compromise the skin that we're going to be tattooing. My general recommendation for the day of your appointment is to avoid caffeine. Now, if it's going to ruin your day to not have your cup of coffee in the morning, please disregard this. You're probably going to be fine. That being said, if you're caffeine sensitive, if it's going to make you jittery or anxious, that is what we definitely want to avoid. You're going to be laying here with me for a couple hours, and I want you to be super comfortable and relaxed. Caffeine is also a blood thinner, so that's another reason why my recommendation is to not have excessive caffeine the day that you are getting a tattoo. It's also important to not come super hungry. Make sure you have something in your stomach that you've either eaten before or at least had a snack before your appointment, because once again, we're going to be here for a couple hours, and being really hungry can kind of mess with your pain tolerance a little bit as well. So just make sure you have a snack or a full meal before you come for your appointment. Make sure that you're fully aware you are going to need your 6 to 8 week touch-up appointment. This session is so important. Face tattooing is unlike other tattooing. There are more pores and oil on the skin, and face skin from person to person varies greatly more than any other skin on the body. It is a very, very tricky area to work on. It takes a lot of experience to really figure it out, and even when the artist gets it figured out, someone will come in and it will react differently. Face skin from person to person varies greatly, so much so that we always do this in at least 2 sessions. Every once in a while, there may be a third session needed to really get them dialed in. Some skin is just way trickier to work on than others. I always like to work on the side of caution and go a little bit lighter, a little bit more conservative on that first session, because every once in a blue moon, I get a client that actually comes back healed darker than when they left here. So rare. Usually it's going to be way too light, and that's what I absolutely prefer because we're going to add another layer at that touch-up session. That touch-up session is going to be to make them darker if needed, to absolutely fix up any patchy areas, to make any shape tweaks or adjustments that you're wanting. We really want to get them dialed in, and you just can't do that in one session with skin that is so unpredictable. So we really have to do at least 2 layers, and every once in a while, some skin will need that third session as well. If your first session heals super light, if you're panicking thinking you did something wrong or something didn't go right, that's not usually the case. Almost every single client comes back and I can see that nice base layer that we've made. Even if it's too light, I would 1,000% prefer that than you coming back to me saying, oh my God, they healed too dark. I do not want that to happen, and I have seen it happen, so I know it's a possibility always. Skin is a complete wild card, okay? This is not an exact science whatsoever, so that's why we work in layers to get the brows dialed in exactly where we want them to be rather than there being too much, which is really, really hard to deal with later. If you have super light, naturally colored eyebrow hair and quite a bit of it, I generally recommend getting a at-home brow tinting kit on Amazon or going to a salon and getting your brows tinted. But having those darker hairs is going to make the tattoo just look a lot better. You do not have to do this, but if it's something that bothers you, those really light brow hairs that you have, that's always going to be sitting on top of the tattoo, so they will kind of filter and wash out the tattoo, versus if you keep those brow hairs tinted and darkened, it's just going to make everything look a lot better. But you do not have to. This is just a general recommendation, and I'm one of those with really, really light brow hairs, so I definitely keep up on tinting them. If you want a link to a brow tint kit, just send me a message and I will send that to you. If you do tint your brows, you want to do it at least 3 to 5 days before you get tattooed. So in contrast, if you have very dark eyebrows, eyebrow hair, or you wear your makeup very dark every day, know that this cosmetic tattoo may never be enough for you. When it comes to the face skin, there is only so much pigment that we can get in there and only so dark that we can go without having negative long-term results. Sun exposure. When I say to avoid unprotected sun exposure at least 2 weeks before and then a month after your appointment, I'm saying direct sun, you're outside all day, no sunscreen, no hat, no sunglasses. All of those things can protect you from excessive sun that is just going to affect your skin. It is actually skin damage. And when you're tattooing skin, you don't want it to be damaged. So sun protection is very important. Do not feel like you have to stay out of the sun completely, but if you're protecting yourself from it, you are totally fine to be outside. The color of the brow tattoo, you don't have to be concerned about picking or be worried about needing to choose the right thing because I am the professional. I know my pigment lines. I will be able to dial in the right color for you. I generally end up mixing some for your specific hair color, brow hair color, skin tone, and then if I need to modify that at the touch-up, that's when that's done. Cosmetic tattooing is not meant to replace a full face of makeup. The goal is the brows to look timeless, beautiful, and natural for when you wake up in the morning. If you are a full face of makeup girly, they're probably never going to be dark enough or bold enough for you. But if we were to try to tattoo them that dark or bold, they're not going to age well and they're not going to look natural. So there's a very, very fine line that I have learned the hard way time and time again. I know where the boundaries are, and I'm not going to recommend that we do any more than that because it's just not going to be good in the long run. Expect that when you are putting on a full face of makeup, you are still going to have to powder in or fill in your eyebrows. However, this is going to be so much easier because you have that perfect shaping already there. So it's going to be very, very quick and easy for you. Please understand that the limitations of cosmetic tattoos are something that I have learned over years of experience and making all of these mistakes. So I will protect you from having a less than stellar result down the line. I want to do everything possible to meet your expectations, but I will communicate these limitations of what you are asking for and why we have limitations because it's very important to me that we're all on the same page with this process. In regards to Aftercare, I'm going to give you a kit with absolutely everything that you need after your appointment. Now, all of the instructions are also on my website, but after your appointment, you will get a printed out sheet along with all the products you're going to need, some brow shower shields, and some damp pads to get you through that whole healing process without any hitch at all, and you don't have to go pick anything up. If you've made it through this extremely long, drawn out video, thank you so much for listening. But more than anything, thank you so much for booking with me and supporting my business. You really do mean the world to me and allow me to keep doing what I love. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for choosing me.